Hey, this is my first go around at figuring out why my 2018 BMW S1000XR has epileptic seizures at the dashboard, but doesn't affect the rest of the bike. This issue on my bike came out of nowhere. Perfectly functioning S1000XR, no issues with it at all. No bells, no lights, no whistles, no error codes stored, nothing. And then one day I'm out for a ride at about $1.30 and I notice that my orange cone of warning has come up on the dash. It quickly switches to red, then back to yellow, or sorry, back to orange, then red, then orange. And then I noticed my traction control was off. And then I noticed my cruise control dropped me. And then I noticed my gear gear indicator dropped out. Then my auto dropped out. And then it just started flashing crazy, everything on, off, on, off, on, off. The bike never lost power. Never once. I slowed down and everything sort of, kind of resumed. The orange cone still stayed on there, pissed off at me as if I had done something wrong. And if I rolled the bike right up well past $1.30, plenty of power, never faltered, never coughed, nothing. Pull over, turn the bike off, look for something obvious like a cat stuck in the fan belt. Nothing there. So get back on the road, get back up riding again, back up to about $1.30, and everything starts flashing, going berserk. The bike never shuts off. Different gears, different speeds, different RPMs, it never shuts off. But the lights on the dashboards just start going crazy. Okay. Here is what I was able to find. What you were looking at is not actually a scorching case of herpes. What you're actually looking at is the left-hand controls of a 2018 BMW S1000XR. And this multitude of little orange circles with white dots in the middle is the corresponding buttons for the switch control. I'm just going to interrupt. Oh, looks like my hazard light just dropped out of there. But I'll just interrupt the video or your view with what you see here. And these are the controls, right? So there's the cruise control. There's the hole where the hazard light would be. There's ABS, trip, info, signal. And then, of course, there's the hazard button sticking in my hand. So representatively, these orange dots are the actual pads below the buttons that I would press with my fingers on the bike. Okay. Now that you understand what's going on, I'll show you why my bike is going absolutely berserk. I have to be really slow and careful with this because the focus on my camera is very, careful, is very, very fussy. I've got this perched on top of the neighbor's dog that I found down the alley and a old phone book. And if you're not sure what that is, ask your parents, provided they're over 40. Okay, so as you can see, this ribbon, this being the ribbon, the orange brownish lines with copper racing through them, comes down to the cruise control module. Okay, loop underneath that to another cluster of buttons. And you could see, and I'm just going to get my little aggravated prick. Okay, my aggravated prick is going to show you some of the crease lines. This one right here is a potential issue. And I'm going to turn this guy, but it's right in there. This is the issue. So you'd probably assume that the controls would run down past this number 3 and then onto 2 and in, but this little button has actually come right off. You see that? That's where it's broken, right there. So that's brake number 1, and that's one of the reasons why my bike has been going spastically crazy. Where's the other one? I saw a second one here. I don't know if it shows on camera, but there's potentially a hairline crack right here that you can kind of see. Not broken. This brake here appears to be with intention, but basically the long and short of what you're seeing here in my failure to show you the second brake, I saw it. I had to wear a magnifying glass, like an onicle, one of those things you put on your eye. It helps you look really close up at stuff. Anyway, I saw it and thought, okay, I'll shoot a video about this for sure because this is very valuable information. Okay, I can't find it. Anyway, suffice to say that there's another one. But the message that I'm trying to relay to all of you here is the fragility of these wires. From BMW, they want $1,000 Canadian for this switch control complete, and I guess it comes with a cluster of herpes underneath it. But yeah, $1,000 for this. And that's it, guys. That's kind of the end of the video. If your XR is doing these spastic, crazy things, go under the left-hand controls and have a really good close look here. And I apologize. My lighting, my camera work is not very good. But the point of what I'm trying to express to you is that this is the fault. This is the reason why, yeah, that right, you can see it right there. This is why your bike is going bonkers. And if you could find someone talented enough to fix this, I'd actually really like to know who that is. As it stands now, I'm going to hum and haw, and I'm going to lose sleep, and I'm going to stroke my chin thusly, thinking about how I can go to Temu and potentially find one of these cheap someplace, because the same control is used under some other bike, some other name, some other pseudonym, I don't know. But the bottom line is I'm going to have to kiss the proverbial BMW ring and pay the grand to get this shit fixed so that my fast bike can go fast again. And that's probably the fastest way, easiest way to just put this whole fucking matter to rest, is just accept the simple fact that the fix to this problem is money. Okay, so I thought I'd just finish up this video by putting this into perspective for you. Yeah, okay, so that's there's the finished product right there. Can you see that? Is that? Yeah, okay, so my helmet looks like I'm kissing it, but yeah, so I'm just putting the controls back onto the bike, and let's see if my messing about, having a look around in there, has made any real difference to how the bike reacts. I'm suspect that it will. These controls are extremely fragile and do require, oops, yeah, and do require you not to be so clumsy in order to work. But anyway, yeah, that plastic ribbon, very fragile. It's actually kind of disappointing, to be honest with you, that it could just be that fragile. That this is 2018 to 2025. Bikes have 42,000 K, and I'm experiencing this issue. As you can see by the controls, this bike has never been dropped, never been tipped over, and that's probably the first suspicion. Okay, that's good, solid. That's the first suspicion, right? That I dropped the bike, landed on the controls, broke it, and that actually makes sense to me, but that's not the case here, which is why ultimately this is so disappointing. Okay, keys in the ignition. Let's pan back a little bit here so you can get a better view of what I'm talking about. Actually, I'll just hold the camera because now I can. All right, so here we go. We're going to fill the shop with exhaust. Everything appears to be powering on. Oh, yeah, see? So there it is. Now my TFT is completely off. Wunderbar. All right. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, no CAN bus reading. Yeah, so that's it. I'm screwed. Okay, maybe not so screwed. I realized that I forgot to plug in the clutch diode switch. So plug that in, turn the bike back on, and now everything appears to look normal. Just gonna go through a couple of menu items here. Trip. Yeah. Okay, so there's the Odo 47,000. Wow, okay, here we go. Yeah, that's not good, is it? So I'm just going to play with some of these controls here. Turn on the signals, they're not working. Turn off the cruise control. Flashing headlight doesn't work. Okay, there we go. well, there it is. I'm hugely disappointed and saddened by this. All right, well, shit.